My daughter went on her first date, traditional dating and new age dating, and a couple stories that are worse than the shit on the P. Diddy trial. And today I'm joined by David.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Good. You
Nice.
you want to cheers?
Yes, yeah,
Start
let's
this
get
out
into
fucking
this.
proper?
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
Bam. Perfect. How's your Monday so far?
Good, great. Ready to get rocking. Mimosa Monday.
Nice.
Get it
Yeah.
going.
Tell us about how did it feel to have your daughter go on her first date? How's that like?
You know what I loved about it is that she actually like came to me and asked me. That
No
was like my
way.
favorite part. She was like, "So I have a boyfriend." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah.
You know, what's his name? Okay.
Yeah.
You know, and all the little questions. And then she was like, he wants to know if we can go to the mall to go buy his mom a gift for her birthday. And I was like, "Of course, but I don't want to go to the mall because I fucking hate the mall." And I said, "How about you guys go to Cinegrill, you know, or the movie theater,
Yeah.
whatever." And I said, "I'll take you guys over there shopping because they're shopping over there."
Yeah.
And my first thing that I asked her was, I said, "Well, who's buying the tickets?"
Yeah.
Because when it comes to traditional dating, how we were raised,
Yeah.
it's like, you know,
Yeah,
the man,
the
boy,
man buys the
whatever,
tickets,
the
yeah.
man buys at least the tickets and you know,
Yeah.
whatever. And I am the worst fucking example of a person. I'm just like, I got it. And this is where I need to drop down my masculinity. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to teach my daughter not to be like me.
Wow. Yeah.
So I'm like, I know you guys are both under age of working,
Yeah.
so I get it. I'm like, if you each pay for your own ticket. And she was like, well, I can pay for them both. And I was like, fuck no. I'm like, fuck no. Nope. So
Yeah.
she's like, well, let me message him. I said, okay. So she comes back and she goes, he's gonna pay for our tickets. I said, beautiful. There we go.
Wow. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I ended up picking them up,
Yeah.
taking them shopping.
Yeah.
He was the most sweetest little gentleman, opening doors, saying thank you. So I was like, finally, someone did a good job.
Someone did a great
at
job.
this age. And he was great, and he was so
Yeah.
sweet. And I walked them into the theater.
Yeah.
He bought the tickets. I'm taking pictures. My mom, she's like, "You're not posting this, are you?" I'm all, "Fuck, yes, I am. I'm totally fucking posting this. Like, are you kidding me?" And so I basically dropped them off, watched them go in. I said, "Just text me when you're done, and I'll come back and pick you guys up."
Yeah.
But it was so sweet.
Really?
Yeah.
How long has she been talking to this kid?
Well, they went on their 8th grade trip together to DC.
Oh, no way.
And then when she came back, she had a boyfriend.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, that worked out.
So I don't know if the chaperones were doing their job, but she wanted me to be a chaperone. And I was like, I can't not have a drink for 5 days, and I can't not say fuck for 5 minutes.
Yes. And you're going to be around kids.
Yeah,
where it's
no.
like, no.
I am the worst chaperone ever. I mean, if there was like a disaster or something like in a high stress situation,
Yeah.
I would be like the best chaperone, but no.
Did you ever meet his parents or?
No, so that was the part that was actually kind of interesting where I thought, like, I didn't know if I should have gotten out of the car. She got out of the car when we
Yeah.
went to pick him up. And I saw the mom, like, from the door, and she just waved, and that was it. So I feel like today, too, is kind of interesting is meeting other adults is,
wow.
like, very awkward.
Yeah.
Like, it's super fucking awkward.
Okay, where does that derive from? Because I have an idea,
Yeah.
and I feel like it's because we are non-traditional generation. Like our generation is such a non-traditional generation.
Yeah.
And we are right in the middle of the traditional and new age.
Yeah.
And so we're kind of like either outliers or in a league of our own when it comes to like, what do we do? What's the protocol for this?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think I was taught, but I saw so much. I think, however you grew up, like my mom was a single mom. So it's like when you grow up seeing your mom doing everything, you kind of adopt those habits and traits, I
Yes.
feel like.
Yeah.
So then you're like, oh, this is normal.
Yes.
But even though like that's not really what they taught us, if that makes sense.
That makes complete sense because in your mind, you are actually struggling with hopping out of the car
Yes.
and going to say hi. And you're like, well, I'm following what you're doing right
Yeah,
now.
I'm just like waving. Well, and people don't take me very well. Not very well, but sometimes like they immediately judge me with the tattoos, and that's a huge thing for me. Like I always get like immediately judged.
Which is crazy, right? Because there's a huge surprise. I feel like there's a huge surprise with you, let alone with people with tattoos. I think.
Yeah.
Like your assumptions are not correct
No.
when it comes to people that do have ink on their body.
Well, yeah. And I mean, I think that's just judgment in general. I've done it. I did it to you.
Yes, you did, dude. That's hilarious.
No, but
dude.
you do. It's hard to not prejudge people or take.
Yes.
And so I guess that's, so I didn't really want to get out of the car. I was thinking the mom would come up to the car or something. Like, I don't know.
I know if I ever come to your house,
Mm-hmm.
you always either greet me outside
Mm-hmm.
and walk me into the house, and then literally after I leave, like after I'm about to leave, you walk me outside of the house.
Yes.
Like that's
just standard to me.
yeah.
That's how I think I've always done that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it's just weird. I
We
don't know,
need
but
to-
it is uncomfortable. Like, I even had a bunch of new neighbors recently I met, and they're all great. And then when the new ones come in, though, and they've been there, I'm the newbie,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And the ones that just don't come up and introduce themselves, because I'm like, well, no one's introducing me. Do I just, come in all hot and like, hey, let's get a fucking drink? Like, I don't know. Like, let's have a shot. I don't know, like an icebreaker or something.
Yeah.
It's hard to break down those barriers. I think that's why I always want to get everybody drunk. Because then I can break it down and I can, piece you apart.
Yeah,
Because
no.
start letting go.
Yes. Oh man, you were telling me the other day about how you would go to the bars and actually spark up conversations now. Like
Yeah, and like I said, I think it's more so I just want to get information out of people.
wow. Yeah. Yeah. Like
I mean, I do because and then people tell you these stories and their guards let down and they start drinking
Yeah.
and then they tell you these stories and I get to walk away with really cool stories, which is awesome. And it's from every age and every
yeah.
aspect.
Walks of life.
And then, there's been weird situations as well. And this is why I say this is where dating's gone weird. Like, I think now in this age.
Tell me about it.
Well, no. So I was sitting at, this was actually quite a few years ago when I was
Yeah.
going through my divorce. And so I went and sat at my normal local, like, little restaurant bar. And I'm sitting there and I'm minding my own business. I always sit away from everyone. Then I sat away from everyone. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I was in a real bad place. And I'm sitting there and I'm eating my food and having a drink. And there's this younger couple that sits by me and they have to be in early 20s. And the girl was like, oh, I love your tattoos. And she's talking to me. And I'm like, sweet, that's cool. And then by the end of dinner, I'm like getting ready to leave. And she goes, can we take you home with us? And I'm like, how old are you?
What the fuck?
And then she's like, well, I'm 23 and I'm like, well, I could be your mom. So no, but thank you for, I mean, I guess it's a nice compliment, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, does this work?
Yeah.
And I guess it has to if they're doing it.
It has to if they're straight up just asking you that way.
That's what I mean. It was like straight up. There was no like tiptoeing around it. And I had no idea. Like they were sitting there like grooming me the entire time
Wow.
for this like
Yeah.
this
Big reveal
grand
like,
finale.
hey, you want to go home with us? Like, what?
Yeah. And so I'm just like, and then I've seen it too. One of my girlfriends I used to go out with all the time and just hang out and go have drinks with her. Another couple did that with her. And I'm pretty sure, well, I left because it was,
Yeah.
I was like, I want to be home before 10. And I said, hey, I'm leaving. I'm ready to go. And she's like, I think I'm going to stay. And I was like, okay, that's all you, girl. Like, you have a good night. I'm good. And so, yeah, she apparently did go
Wow. With them.
off with them. And
Wow. Jeez.
so, yeah.
Yeah. And the fact that is normal
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't grow up like that.
It's crazy.
I just didn't grow up like that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm very traditional, I think, in that sense, where I'm like one person the rest of my life. I mean, that
Yes.
was my goal when I got married. I thought I was going to grow old and die with that person.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can't control the circumstances, but
Dude, it's funny because you said a line last week, that like hits home in a sense of what you are saying about yourself.
yeah.
And you said, I do not play well in sandboxes.
Yeah, I don't.
Like what?
Like, they talk about sharing is caring, and I'm not going to share my man.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Wow.
So you're just opening up doors for cheating or distrust. And
Yeah.
people are like, well, we have these fucking rules. And then I've ran into some of these people and talked to them. They're like, oh, well, we have these we have this deal and these rules. And I'm like, yeah, but where does those rules like, or the line crosses? What if you bring someone in and you end up falling for someone else? Like,
Wow.
you're just opening the door, I think, for failure in the marriage, regardless of your fucking rules. Like,
Yes.
that's so I don't get it. It's like you might as well just be single.
Yeah. Yeah. 1000%. And that's essentially what it is. It's couples or people who are in a relationship that are still acting like they are not in a relationship.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's just stability, like having home life stability, where it's like we have good jobs, our kids are dialed,
Yep.
and we want to play. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Where does that come from?
Well, because even your wife, I mean, she
Yeah.
remember she's like, I'll fucking kill a bitch.
You
And then she's
1000%.
like, and then Memphis, I'm calling you to come help me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm scared. Actually, your wife scares me more.
Bro,
She is so much more dangerous than I am.
she will burn someone's house down
Yeah,
and
she's
not think anything of it, dude.
And I'll tell you something about his wife. She is the sweetest, quietest. You would never
You would never think that.
fucking cobra in the fucking grass, dude. Like, gonna come up and fucking kill your ass.
Dude.
But she is the sweetest, and she is
Yeah.
one of the best female fighters I've been around. I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like. And so she's great.
Yeah, she's amazing. And I love her for that. I love that she's definitely a silent assassin for sure. But yeah, when it comes to sharing is caring, that is not in the vocabulary of, of my wife. So, dude, and
Now,
it's so crazy.
I was gonna ask you, where did you guys kind of spark up? Was it through fighting?
No, we used to work together at a fitness gym.
Oh, okay, so that's where you guys.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
We used to work each other, but that's how we knew each other.
Oh, okay.
A few years later, but she was dating someone at the time.
Oh.
And I never approached her. So I was like, yeah, I never approached her. I never even remotely, I
But
thought
you
she was attractive.
You liked her, yeah.
Yeah, I thought she was attractive, but she was dating someone. So I had to respect that.
Okay.
But years later, she actually reached out to me. And my first thought was like, oh no, like, don't do that. Like, because my image of her was like, man, she's super nice. She's super attractive. But she's not like one of these girls who cheat on their man.
Yeah.
And so with her reaching out to me, she was with this guy for so long. I assumed she was still with him.
Oh, okay.
So I like
So you
hinted.
were like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I like when she like said hi, I literally said, "Hi, how is so and so?"
Yeah. Started with that.
Yeah.
Hi, how is your husband?
Like, nah, dude. Like, let's start with that.
Stop.
Yes. And then she told me they weren't with each other. I was like, oh, okay. This interaction makes sense.
You're
now.
also, am I coming to pick you up right now?
She hit me up on Facebook, and then she asked me what my star sign was.
Oh yeah, she was doing that to me
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yes.
By the way, me and David are both Virgos.
Very, very much Virgos.
And
Yeah.
we're like brother and sister Virgos.
Yes.
Like,
This is it. That's literally, that's how strong of a bond we have, is that we literally have the same star sign. And that's honestly why this conversation always will grow. We are literally recording this conversation, but keep in mind, these conversations,
go on.
yeah,
For hours.
for hours.
Hours.
And it's been going on for years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. We just thought you're the one that got this idea. Like, we should just record this.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, why not? What are we doing?
Oh my gosh. And then now going back to the dating aspect of everything. The story of one of your Patreons.
Yeah, patrons.
Holy crap, bro.
Is that where you want to start with that one?
Well, how do we even start this one?
So I guess if you want to go back to like online dating, like
Yes,
okay,
yes, yeah,
because
yeah.
It's like we talked about traditional. I felt like my daughter got to go on a traditional date, which
Yes.
made me super happy.
That's awesome.
Super, super happy. And then you have this online world where it's so interesting because I feel like online is like you can be whoever you want to be, right? Like you can lie, you can put up old photos of yourself, you can manipulate. I mean, there's catfishing, I've watched that show, I've done some research on it.
Yeah.
There's these people that pretend to be other people. I've even had my profile stolen before and someone pretend to be me
That's
on like
crazy.
Instagram. Like, yeah, like I was getting accused by my ex, like, oh, your secret Instagram. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't have a secret Instagram. And he's like, well, what is this? And I'm like, I didn't make that. Like, that's not my, like, those are my photos.
Yeah.
But it's easy to get them because I did tattoo modeling. So it's like, it's easy to get these photos.
Yes.
Screenshot them and make them your own. I mean, anybody could do that. I could go on
1000%.
your shit and screenshot photos of you. That's the thing. People want to bait people and they don't even want to meet you. And what I found out, because my daughter experienced a little bit of this, and then I've had friends experience some of this, where they went on these, meet these people online, and they'll be long distance. Like say it's you, pictures of you.
Yep.
And then the person talking is like, oh, well, you live here, right, in Arizona. And then these people live in New York. And they create this bond, and it's all talking. It's like weird. It's like this generation's so weird. Like they're so sucked into this. I don't know. It's just not real to me. So I just called it like I just say fake people because you don't know if they're real. And I mean, sometimes I guess they could be, but you don't know. And so, it's quite interesting. So besides that, I had a client recently go out, started dating again in her, 60s.
Yep.
And, goes on all these different sites.
Yeah.
Very well put together lady. And meets this guy. And just from the beginning, I was and I think he was in his early 70s.
No way.
Oh, yeah. Start dating. She kind of has some red flags about it. Like, oh, I don't know about this or this or this. But they date for a good 8 months. He, she would come in and share like things that were good and things that were bad and la-di-da-di-da.
Why did she start picking up dating in her 60s?
So her husband passed away.
Oh, okay.
And then, a couple of years later, I think people get lonely. Her kids don't live here. Like, you know what I mean? I think if you're not busy or if you don't have a ton of girlfriends, if you're, there's all a bunch of variables. But I think we're not meant to be alone.
No.
We're really not.
No.
We're not designed to be alone.
No.
Like, I would be, if I didn't have my kids at home still, I'd be super alone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I think about it, they're going to be gone in like 4 or 5 years. And I'm like, I'm just going to be alone.
Yes.
Well, I mean, unless, something happens, but I'm just, I could see it being very lonely.
Yeah.
Me and my 2 dogs.
Yeah. Yes.
At least they're not cats. No offense to the cat people. Sorry.
Hey, I love cats, guys.
I do too. I love cats too, but I can't keep them around here. They keep getting swooped up by other animals. So I just gave up on that shit. It's not as bad as my neighbor with her 10 Chinese crested dogs. Jesus Lord.
Oh, man.
Everybody's going to know who I'm talking about. I hope not. Holy shit. This conversation got brought up last night.
With like,
my neighbors.
No way.
Well, they were kind of like giving the dirt on the neighborhood, and I was.
Oh, no way. What?
Yeah, so they're like, well, yeah, we used to have this guy that was part of our group that hung out. Because like I said, I'm kind of new to the group. Even though we've been neighbors forever. Yeah. My ex kept me kind of so secluded from
the
hanging
neighborhood.
Out.
Yeah.
That I was like, bro, we've been missing out. They do this shit like every Friday, every Saturday. They have like a reg of whose house they're going to.
What?
Who's bringing what food. Like now it's pool season. They're like, just come through the front door. We're all in the pool. Like, I mean, awesome. Like if I want to go, cool. If I don't, I don't. But it's always there to be there, if that makes sense, which is nice.
Yes.
Like last night, I didn't want to do anything or go out because of, this morning.
Yeah. It's like, listen.
So I just went over there and sat in their pool.
Wow.
And listened to all their bullshit.
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, I mean, bullshit. It's great because they were just spilling the beans about the entire, because they've been there longer than me.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, I was wondering this and wondering this. And oh, yeah, I just got it all. I was like, they were.
What?
They were talking about some guy that used to be in their group, and again, one of the chicks walked in on him like at a one of the nights they were. No. He was pissing in his sink.
What?
In his kitchen sink.
Why?
Yeah.
He was drunk.
He was drunk and decided, even though the bathroom was fucking 5 feet from the sink.
Yes.
He decided to just. I guess he's really tall. Because I'm asking like, wait, how did he do that? What is he putting his leg up there? Like, which way are we going with this? And no, it was because he was super tall and just decided to piss in his sink. And then she's like, yeah, that's when we decided that potlucks probably weren't a good idea anymore.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't do what I call, it sounds bad, but I don't do foreign potlucks.
Foreign potlucks.
No, I'm serious. I don't do foreign potlucks. Like, if I don't know everybody, and I don't know
Yes.
how they live, and I
Yes.
don't know anything about it,
Yeah.
I will not do foreign potlucks.
No. I mean, after that, dude, the guy, I mean, if you're comfortable with pissing in your sink,
Your kitchen sink.
yeah, your kitchen sink, where you cook, where you put your food in your mouth.
Well, I mean, I could even divulge more, but then, like I said, the more details, the more they're gonna know it's me. So I'm not gonna go any farther down that road.
Wow, dude.
So if you want me to go back now, like I said, to soften the blow from that story of the
Yeah.
online dating of
Yeah.
the one, client that was, in her 60s and he was in his 70s. And she finally came in one day and she was like, that's it. I broke up with him. We're done.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'm going to hell. She's like, well, why? Like, I'm all, what happened? And she was just like, I found him back on the site. She's like, I just had a weird feeling and his shit was still active
Yeah.
on the dating site. And I was like, okay, like I
Yep.
get that. And then, oh God, I really have to say this. Okay. So she told me that she finally licked his butthole and
No way.
and she'd never done that. And I was like,
Holy shit.
and I'm
dude.
like, oh, like, that didn't really
yes.
make me, I'm just like, like I hear that all the time.
Sure. But I mean, not at that age, though.
No, not at that age. And what you don't realize is because I have had so many clients that are, up in that retirement
Yeah.
vicinity, they are fucking freaks.
No way.
Well, so you know about this town, right? Or this area of town?
No.
Because there's so many retirement communities.
Yeah.
They have the biggest STD, yeah,
In the entire
in the
community.
entire community.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, they're fucking freaks.
What? Mm-hmm. What?
Yeah, well, and in this area of this, I think this state in general, the women outnumber the men. And so, yes.
Oh, damn.
So that's why dating is so bad in this place, in the state of Arizona. I'm just going to say it, in the state of Arizona.
Yeah.
It's so bad because the women actually outnumber the men.
No way.
And so the second someone's wife dies
Yeah.
they're fucking on it. Like, dude, like shit on, like flies on shit, dude. They're on
Wow.
it. They're coming over, bringing the casserole.
I was about to say.
Fucking bringing all the things over.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're trying to and I mean, usually what will happen, it's like, but yeah, you got to think about it. These people get fucking wasted all day.
Damn.
All day. I'm not saying all of them.
Yeah.
But like a good 75% of them.
1,000%.
And they're even crazier. Like,
Yeah.
like someone's like, oh yeah, we went golfing and we took these mushrooms before we went. I'm like, what?
What?
And I'm just like, oh my God. And you're like thinking, when you look at these people because of their traditional way of looking,
Yes.
like
Yes.
they're very put together.
Yes.
They do their makeup every morning, their outfits, their hair.
Mm-hmm.
We just really weren't trained that way. Like, I feel like we have to work so much that we're just like, fuck it.
Yeah.
But they do that every day. And so when I'm looking at this lady and she's telling me this, I'm just like, I can't put it together.
Wow.
Like, I can't put two and two together, but I feel like they've fallen out of the traditional ways in that area, that
Yes.
dating, that
Yeah.
sexual, whatever area.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
oh yeah, it gets lit over there.
What?
I'm literally just pointing over there
Yeah, it's
because
like-
that's where it's all at. Ready for the zinger?
Oh my gosh, that's not the zinger?
That's not the zinger. So,
She tells you that she eats his butthole.
yep,
I wonder who even wanted to do that.
I think it was him.
Really?
Well, and then from what I was told, it sounded almost like he had like gay tendencies, which is, I mean, that's,
Yeah.
do you, boo.
Yeah.
And she didn't even mention, I think, that he was like kind of like homophobic about things, like would make like these, say things and
Yep.
you're just like, why do you even need to say any of that? Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, who gives a
Like
shit?
he's compensating.
Like, yeah, like, or he doesn't want to, release that information if he or you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
want anybody to find out. I think, there's more to that than we know. But I think what did it for me is that she said, that wasn't even the worst part, she said. She said, you know what I didn't get is she said he would ejaculate in his hand and then eat it.
No shit.
Totally eat it like it was fucking, yeah,
Ugh.
like breakfast.
What?
I'm gonna have my coffee and a fucking hand load of jizz.
Holy shit, dude.
And I think out of everything I've ever heard, and I mean, I've dealt with porn stars, dominatrix, strippers, escorts. I've dealt with them all, and that is probably one of the best, like, or most shocking things I think I ever heard.
That is absolutely shocking. What kind of fetish is that?
I don't know. You tell me. I mean,
What in the fuck?
because it has to be right. I mean, I guess. I don't know. But then you were the one that was talking about the whole P. Diddy thing.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So,
So in the P. Diddy trials, Cassie, his girlfriend of some sort, or one of the artists that was underneath his label, I guess they used to do like sex parties.
so did she testify all this?
She testified
Oh, she did?
this.
Okay.
This is on record.
No, I know. I mean, I haven't watched any of it. So you're going to have more
It's-
information than I do.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Keep in mind though, the story that I'm about to tell you about this story, this is not even the most outrageous part about this trial. This trial is just so weird. I just don't understand, but I think it's just like a power thing. But anyways, she testifies that they would do like these orgies together.
Okay.
And what would happen is
Would they call them freak offs?
freak offs. Yep. It would be freak offs. And so what happened is one of the guys will come in her mouth, and then he will take her like to the bathroom or something like that, let her spit out the jizz and rub it on his nipples.
Wow.
And that's what would make him come. Like it can't be his jizz. It needs to be someone else's jizz.
Okay. I still think mine's worse.
1000%.
I mean, that's crazy too. But I mean, again, talking to people in porn or all those things, like that's something. Again, it's more like a fetish. Like I don't even think that's a fucking fetish. What I was talking about.
No.
I don't know. I think that's like something beyond that.
Yeah. That's some like,
I don't know what would possess you to do it.
why would you want to do it? You already came.
Like that's what I mean. Like what? Yeah. Like what finishing factor is that? Like I get if you were using it to then. I mean, unless the chick was in it, but she was not into that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know if somebody did that in front of me, I would walk out the fucking door.
100%. But the thing is, this lady was with this guy for 8 months, meaning
Well, that's what I mean. It did, and I'm sure happened multiple times. I'm sure, but I'm sure he eased her into it too. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. These people, I feel like, are, they'll start with one thing and put this, facade forward, and then they, slowly, almost like I said, groom you into what they're into.
wow.
What was the other? Ooh, I hate to even bring it up because I'm just like, what was it? Oh, yeah. You actually know this person, by the way.
Really? Oh shit. If you slip, I'm going to bleep it out.
I'm not gonna slip, but she went on a date. Again, she was dating online. She just told me this story just a couple days ago, actually.
No way.
So we'll use it.
Yeah.
And she said she met this guy down at this bar near the base.
Yeah.
And so
Here.
yes. Here.
Okay.
Like that base.
Oh, okay.
Like the
okay,
airplane base.
Yeah. An opposite of a train base.
Yeah. The opposite of Marines, Navy,
Army.
yeah, Army, Reserves, Special Forces, everything but that one, the one that's in the sky.
Yeah.
So
that's the base, guys.
So yeah.
Oh man.
So she meets this,
Yeah.
retired blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And
Yes. Yes.
and they just meet at a bar. He was late, and she got a drink, and it wasn't really her type of place, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like, she'd asked me if I knew what place it was, and I said yes, I've heard of it because of riding motorcycles. It's considered more of that type of like bar.
Bar. It's
bar.
a biker bar.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
biker bar. And so I was like, I've heard of it, of course, because,
Yeah.
but it's just, for me, it's far away. I don't really care. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not really, I only ever go out of my way for bike week
Yeah.
if I go out for any of that, or we just do like breakfast rides.
Yeah.
So I ride a Harley, by the way.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But, So she goes, she's sitting there, orders a drink, and then he comes late, shows up. He doesn't drink. So he orders like
Water.
water or something. I
Yeah.
don't know. And then she was like, well, I want to get another drink. And he goes, oh, well, I'm ready to go. And I'm like, she's like, so you're not going to buy me a drink? You know, like,
Yeah.
she said it was going really well. And they go outside and here we go again. And he goes, well, I just want to like not really date, but just like, you know, just want to do anal. And she's like, well, and I'm assuming, and she's like, yeah, because there's no connection. Like, there's no connection when you're doing that kind of stuff. It's like,
1000%.
there's no connection.
Yeah.
And she was like, and then apparently she was like, fuck this, went back inside and had another drink and then went home.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I guess he hit her up and was like, so, like, you know,
Are we gonna do
are we
this or
going
what?
to do this? And she was just like, fuck you. Like,
Yeah.
and you're going to die when I tell you after.
I'm about to say I cannot wait to hear who the fuck this is, dude. What the fuck, dude?
David knows exactly who this is.
Who the fuck? Oh no.
And I
way.
love her, actually. Like, she has such a big heart, honestly. And I think she really is, you know, I mean, just like anybody that's been single for a while, they just want that connection,
I guess so.
you know? If you do almost too well as a woman, you're almost more fucked dating than anything.
Yes.
Because the second you tell somebody, well, yeah, I have a house, I own a business, I have a brand new truck, I have a Harley, I ride horses. Like, when you go down that road of, oh, what do you do? And
Yep.
immediately it's like, if they're not doing as good or better,
Yep.
it's like fucking
Yeah.
gone. Like,
Yep.
there's like no,
Yeah.
it's kind of shitty. You're just like,
It's definitely one of those ones where, damn if you do, damn if you don't.
well, because then it's like, oh, well, you don't say anything and then you're lying, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
it's again, and I'm like, I don't, and I think I made a rule for myself after my divorce and everything that's gone on is that if you're not doing as well as me or better, I'm not going to date someone like that. Only because resentment comes into play.
Yes.
So if you are the woman
Yeah.
and you're making the bread and you're doing the trips and you're paying for everything, and every time you go out to eat, you're paying and paying and paying and paying because you're pouring your heart out. Because to me, it's for me, it's kind of, it's not my love language, but it's one of my things that I do to love, like to show love.
Show love.
To show love.
Yeah.
Like,
Something
I've-
tangible.
Like, I've bought my ex trucks and Harleys, and I thinking, this will make you happy. This
Yeah.
will make you love me.
Yeah.
No, all I did was fuck me. Like, in the ass. Anal. No
Not
lube.
good,
No lube.
Not good, bro.
Not good. Like, I'm done. Like, no more. So it's just a nasty, nasty cycle. Like, of,
Yeah.
and so, like I said, it sounds bad, but it's not. Like, it's not even like, it's a boundary, not even a standard. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't have a standard. I have a boundary because you can't respect someone else like that without starting to resent them after a while if they can't either bring the same to the table or more.
Yes.
And I don't even need more. I don't want a rich guy. You know what I mean? Like,
Nope.
I'm not looking for someone rich because I just don't think that's just not, I just think that's a dumb way to think. And it's just, like I said, it would take a real secure fucking man
Yeah.
that made less than the woman to, and I mean, it's possible. I've seen it.
I've seen it.
It's very fucking possible, but like I said, it's like a fucking unicorn in the fucking Black Forest.
1000%.
It's good luck.
Yeah.
Like, there's multiple things.
Yeah.
Like I said, but it would take, again, a super secure
A
man.
unicorn. Yeah.
I mean, that's, yeah.
Yeah. That's so crazy.
So,
But that is all the time we have for today, guys. Thank you so very much for joining and listening into our dirty conversation.
oh, it'll just get dirtier.
Yes.
So bad. I feel so bad when I'm about to. So I feel like David's my brother, and there's gonna be some shit that I expose to David later that I am not super fucking proud of. So
shit,
that's
dude.
what I mean. I'm like, I am just not super proud of it. So it's gonna be one of those things where, you know, I'm sorry, David. Now,
It's like, I'm going to say sorry now before.
yeah, I'm gonna say sorry right now. I do though. I feel like I'm like talking to my brother. It's so weird.
You know what's so funny though? This is essentially what everyone needs. I truly, truly think if we could give you some sort of break out of your life right now and just give you some dirt that makes you feel better about your
Yeah,
life.
because it's real shit, dude.
Yes.
This is some real shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you all the real dirty down shit because that's what it is,
Yeah.
and it's actually awesome. Like I don't know, I think those stories make you.
1000%.
Yeah.
And we are going to be doing this every Monday. So you can enjoy the rest of your week knowing about these stories every
guys.
morning. Yes. Thank you guys so very much. You have a great rest of your week.